My name's Ben Winterweedle. This is going to be a hard video for me to make. I just came out of family court. I went in there to defend myself against a order of protection that was in on me a few weeks ago. So I haven't seen my kids for about a month.
That is being a father. Me sending $2,000+ a month to a woman that makes over $85,000 a year, yet you still come up with some lame brain fuck duck argument that I need to pay. Pay what, dumbass? 18 days out from incarceration. I am prime prepped and fucking ready. And because I have not been silent and they intend on they want to silence me and intimidate me and coerce me into being silent in compliance with the state and what they want, they're going to lock me up for it. That's their method to silence me.
I want you all to welcome up Mr. Grayson Kash Jackson.
Jackson's main issue is father's rights. And totally unrelated, he was just ordered to pay his ex-wife over $10,000 in child support. Nothing says I can take care of a whole state like not paying for your kid's dentist appointments.
I don't think that Kash would ever worry his followers in this manner. I mean, I can only speculate what happened.
Do you think the mother of my children gives two shits about my emotional state and how it hurts me to not see or know how my kids are doing? She doesn't care. And it's because she doesn't care that she's not a good parent. She's not. She's very intelligent. She is. Extremely, like Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was very intelligent. Adolf Hitler was very intelligent. And they did some fucked up stuff, didn't they?
Judge Salvi and Judge Christensen are two of the most despicable pieces of fucking filth that I've ever had the displeasure of encountering. Raymond Bolt, that pedophile-loving attorney, I wouldn't wipe my ass with that motherfucker's scalp. And I don't see a therapist anymore. Fuck it. Why the fuck do I need to go to the VA? You're not offering me any solutions anyway.
Because the reality is, it doesn't matter if he's guilty. It doesn't matter if he's innocent. It matters zero. Doesn't matter at all. Completely irrelevant.
How do you judge a person when they express themselves? When that person's been fighting extreme depression. Something I want to talk about, we'll discuss in my ongoing case of Illinois trying to murder me. I never imagined, in a million years, would have imagined that I would be so well known that I would have an entire, seemingly, state of Illinois who wants to have me killed. I guess I had more of an impact in that governor run than what they said, huh? So I'm thinking about go ahead and filing my paperwork next week to go ahead and run for governor of Arkansas. What do you guys think? Hello?
A retired Navy veteran is on a cross-county journey he says is about bringing attention to parental equality. Kash Jackson says he represents parents across the country caught up in battles with family courts, even though they may not be charged with a crime. He carries the flag with the star and stripes upside down. Supporters say, though, that's a signal of danger to life and property. Jackson started his journey in Olympia, Washington, and will also stop in cities like Topeka, Chicago, and Indianapolis before ending up in the nation's capital.
I'm taking a lot of great personal risk with what I'm doing here. And I'm losing what little time I have with my children just to do this. In fact, I missed my daughter's birthday again for the 4th year in a row the other day.
Lord God, pray for our safety today, that you watch over us and bless this time together. We ask these things in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
A lot of what I want to do with restoring freedom goes well beyond family law reform.
That is if we were to restructure the property tax scheme on a consumption tax where on sales and services of goods, if we were to take that money and reallocate that to property tax, that is a much more moral taxation system than doing property taxes.
Welcome, my brothers and sisters! We came here today for one reason, and one reason only. Because we do not serve this country to see the oppression of our people, to see the oppression of our citizens in this country. Our brothers and sisters did not die on foreign soil for big companies to collude with the government.
Over this weekend on Saturday, I obtained the nomination from the Libertarian Party, and I know that part of what they're going to do is look into my own personal court case here in Lake County and label me a deadbeat.
So hey, here we are, 18 days out from incarceration. I am primed, prepped, and fucking ready. It's 14 days till lockup time. So here it is, 8 days out. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. It was a rough night. So I'm half tempted not to file one fucking motion just to prove the point that they'll take a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen and lock them up because we will not pay the extortion fees that they want. If my gut told me don't pay that purge amount, let them lock you up, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Will it benefit the movement more for me to stay out, or if they lock me up? What benefits us more? In all honesty, that's what it comes down to. You know, when I'm out, I can do videos, I can make phone calls, do emails, so on and so forth. So I got some ice cream to celebrate, quitting my job. I've never got to quit a job before, ever. I always thought I'd quit like I'd go to work at McDonald's and quit that or something. But I didn't. I'm quitting a really good job. How are you paying child support with no job? Mary Adams. Well, okay, that's a fair question. Number one, I'm a military retiree, and child support's taken directly out of my military retiree check. Number two, why should I have to pay child support? I've been to court nearly 100 times, and with no end in sight, I decided to go ahead and remove my case from out-of-state court. So I'm outside the Lake County Courthouse. Let me tell you guys what transpired here recently. I'm pretty rattled right now. So on March 8th, I filed a federal removal inside this courthouse. So I removed my case out of state court, out of the Lake County Courthouse Administrative Building, right here. I pulled it out of this courthouse and I removed it into federal court. I'm trying to understand how the case was closed and then reopened.
You can always motion it back up. If it's a 2002 divorce and you need to come back in and modify something, you can always come in and motion that.
Not when the federal court has jurisdiction. So these guys are doing something really shady with my case. Why is there things secretly transpiring back here?
My name is Deputy Mark Heine, sir. Can you please turn off? Can I have your
No.
name, sir?
My name is Grayson Kash Jackson, and I want a printout of my case.
You mind turning it off, please? I greatly would appreciate it.
No, I'm not
What is
going
your
to turn
last
it
name,
off.
sir?
I feel threatened right now.
So Lake County Courthouse knowingly they are conspiring against me in my federal case. I have been targeted in this courthouse. They labeled me a right-wing terrorist and put me on a judicial watch list, ensuring that I couldn't get any type of due process here between judges, no matter which judge I went to, because they internally share documents, and I want all of this FOIA'd.
Okay, well, my name's Ted Bush. My ex-wife is a narcissistic borderline personality, more borderline. Then my ex files an emergency order protection on October 9th, 2018, goes into court the next day and claims that my son made the allegation in the counselor's office when in fact she did. And that's what my ex was doing. Well, this turned into a federal lawsuit because the judge in my case used my ejection of the DCFS workers against me.
You sons of bitches. You get the hell out of my house. Shame on you. Get out. Get out. You are not welcome in my house. Get out. Get out.
Stop yelling. Relax.
You are not welcome.
Relax.
I'm a goddamn attorney. You want to see my fucking attorney card?
Okay.
Right here.
Good.
Asshole.
Good.
Out.
Good.
And I still don't get my kids back because I ejected them and they thought I had an anger issue. Mark, they loved that I was his attorney of record in federal court. Oh, the state courts just, and I had a field day with that. I had a field day. And I turned around and I said, no, that's absolute total bullshit. And that's what I was trying to do there is weaken the foundation. I did it in my own case. And for as far as I can tell, it worked. Anyone who knows me knew what I was appealing and what I was trying to win on, and I won on it. I filed a federal lawsuit where they found her to be lying in a published federal Seventh Circuit Court opinion, perjured her way through this whole thing, and I'm dying, and I've been treated like garbage, and I'm not going to put up with this stuff anymore. There's going to be no supervised visitation. My children adore me. They're afraid of her because she's physically abused them. I've got it on video.
I want you to tell me what you said. Look at the camera and tell me if yelling is domestic violence. If you believe it, say it. Say it. You've said it 5, 10 times, 20 times. If you think that yelling is domestic violence, look at the camera and say it to the camera. All right, stop hitting your son. Okay, the only one who's violent in this house is you.
We know that's not true.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So the ARDC made all kinds of allegations against me, which are ridiculous. I mean, they've even interfered with an ongoing FBI investigation of an attorney, and knowingly. I mean, I can't say it. I'm not going to. And whenever I distribute this document, I'm going to do a lot of redactions. I've never had a client complain against me ever. I've never been criminally charged with anything.
I'm a guest on Cash's feed, and this is the house that Cash built. He put in a lot of work and a lot of effort. Evan Mamas will take the lowest of the low. Okay, if you're a total scumbag, okay, if you're someone that thinks that you're entitled to something that you're not deserving of, call Evan Mamas.
I struggled with depression, and depression isn't something that goes away overnight.
Is there any type of search that's going on? We've got people that are writing in wanting to know how they can help. Is there any type of search? Is there some way that people can get involved at the moment?
Obviously, people are calling Marina. People are reaching out to me. The outpouring is what you'd expect for people that know Cash. For our movement, people revere him.
Yeah, I had a woman that I loved. Remember her? Remember her? Military's been no help. Friends that I served with, yeah, they've been no help. You all know who you are. How am I supposed to feel, right, when all those that say they love me go on with their daily lives and they can't even pick up a phone and make one fucking phone call. In case you forgot, I'm still suffering. Every day. Right here. See, I'm locked in a prison that nobody can see the inside of. I hear a siren. I hope that's not for me.
If you'll take a police report, I want to file a police report today for the violations of my civil rights and withholding my children in an attempt to silence my free speech. I want to file a police report.
Yeah, that's her.
I have not seen my children. I want to file a police report. Listen to me, fellas. You're fine.
Okay, what my client is trying to say is that she's committed harassment for 3 years under 750 ILCS 60/103 subsection 7. That's concealment. It's defined as a form of harassment. Concealing children is considered to be abuse, and that is a violation of the criminal law.
But we went a full week at the end of July. And then we had another, we closed out the hearing the next week. And we had a hearing in which Kash was vindicated completely.
I haven't seen or spent any time with my children. With my daughter, it's been, 42 months now. My son, it'll be 36 months this November. Lake County, Illinois said I need to go to jail for 90 days because apparently I'm behind in child support. What a joke. Their mother makes about $100,000 a year, right? If not more. Hasn't even sent me so much as a photograph. No text, no updates on my children. Know nothing about whether they were sick with COVID. Nothing. And they're going to sentence me to jail for 90 days? Yeah, fuck you, Illinois. Fuck you, Judge Christensen. Fuck all of the domestic relations judges that allow this and attorneys. Fuck every last one of you. You're not stealing my freedom ever again.
I believe for the evolution of man to transpire, that I have to put cowards in their place, and I'm going to come do that, Illinois. We're going to need to begin hanging tyrants. And I'm dead ass serious. I'm not even playing about this. I believe that there's tyrants that deserve to be hung.
Kash has been arrested. He was arrested in Arkansas this morning, and he was charged under 720 ILCS 5/12/9A1, which is allegedly, as far as we can tell, threatening a public. He's being charged with threatening a public official.
They have made an example out of me, and it is caution to throw caution to the wind. I should warn everyone that when you do speak out and you exercise your constitutional right to free speech and you seek redress from government, that reprisals do happen, and they will happen. And why in God's name, the only service they can offer me is to peddle pharmaceuticals at me instead of the human, decent thing to do, which would be to take it up higher in their chain of command and say, hey, you know, we have veterans not seeing their children for years at a time. You think that's a problem?
You see, I was told to stay offline, really. I was told to stay off social media. No. The truth must be told. And if this is how I got to tell it, it's how I got to tell it. These cowards in Lake County know nothing of honor. They know nothing of sticking it out with your fellow man. They know nothing of being in the trenches. They know nothing of deployments and long separations from children. Because if they did know these things, if they did know what it does to a man to deprive him of his offspring for years at a time, they would understand just how dangerous of a game they begun when they severed contact with my children. You listen to me, and you listen to me square. Judge Joseph Salvi has no immunity with a robe and an entire bar association seemingly behind his back in the state of Illinois. I tell you what, you are not immune to God's law. You understand that, Catholic? You understand that, Catholic? You are not immune to God's law. And God's law says
You don't take a man's children from him. You sure as hell don't do it for no chumped up reason.